I'm right here watching history be made. Bitcoin is now up to $111. It's an all-time high, and it's continuing to rise. I've seen it break 3 times today. It went up to 110, and this is the highest that it's been. It's ridiculous. Last trade, 189 Bitcoin for $111 piece. That's amazing to me. I mean, just look at this graph. You see this graph? That's the last 3 hours.
It is August 2023 and Bitcoin is $28.
And I'm tired of pretending it's not.
That motherfucking price right there is not real.
BSV is on life support, man. I mean, no one's buying it because there's no demand. The market is super legit. There is no manipulation whatsoever.
A few moments later.
This is going to be a painful read. Straight from the SEC website. Securities and Exchange Commission versus Binance Holdings Limited, BAM Trading Services, BAM Management US Holdings, and Chengpeng Zhao, CZ. Ugh! Check this out. They are absolutely fuming. This case arises from defendants' blatant disregard of the federal securities laws and the investor and market protections these laws provide.
Run, bitch! Run!
In doing so, defendants have enriched themselves by billions of US dollars while placing investors' assets at significant risk. As Binance Chief Compliance Officer admitted, we do not want Binance.com to be regulated ever. So they're going all the way back since to its inception. And you might think, well, it's only Binance. How about the other exchanges? So they're going to go for the big dog first. That's going to set a precedent. And then all the other exchanges are going to follow. This includes Coinbase. Oh, yeah. Judging by the overall theme and tone of this document, they have a laser focus on Binance and CZ's a-hole.
Bang!
Furthermore, this is SEC, so this is civil action. In other words, they can fine Binance, I don't know, 50 million, whatever, and they're off the hook, just like they did with EOS. I believe at some point the DOJ, the Department of Defense, which deals with criminal matters, will actually enter the scene, if it already hasn't entered the scene, and actually really crack down on Binance. As I've said multiple times before, they intentionally launder the darkest of money out there. It's not even, oh, we'll let a few slip through the net. It's like, no, they're like actively engaged in it. It's like a big laundromat. It's just bad news after bad news for Binance. Payment processor Checkout.com drops Binance over money laundering and compliance concerns. A little report from bettermarkets.org. The spot Bitcoin markets have a history of artificially inflated trading volumes due to rampant manipulation and wash trading.
Oh, damn!
Are highly concentrated and rely on a select group of individuals and entities to maintain Bitcoin's network. These are features of the Bitcoin network that make a proposed spot Bitcoin-based ETP extremely vulnerable to manipulation by bad actors, posing unnecessary risks to investors and the public interest. The proposed rule changes offer little to neutralize these threats. Their reliance on the surveillance of other markets to detect and address manipulation is wholly inadequate. For example, the CME Bitcoin futures market is not a regulated market of significant size, and the surveillance sharing agreements Coinbase would add little or no value in detecting and deterring manipulation of any proposed spot Bitcoin-based ETP. Products that pose such a clear threat to investors and fail to comply with the core requirements of the law must be rejected. Talk about shooting yourself in the foot. On one hand, Coinbase is trying to get into the good books and kind of partner with BlackRock, as in, yeah, you can monitor the trading volume and whatnot and push the Bitcoin ETF through. On the other hand, they do things like this. Bloomberg.com. Scam crypto tokens proliferate on blockchain hatched by Coinbase. More than 500 scam tokens were deployed on blockchain. Solidus Labs says scam has pocketed about 2 million in profit. And it gets a lot worse. I'll read it through here because you have to pay on Bloomberg.com and I'm cheap. So yeah, I don't pay for such services. Token scams are flourishing on Base, the new blockchain launched by crypto exchange Coinbase Global. Earlier this month, an unfortunate byproduct of how vulnerable these networks are because they all allow anyone to use them.
My God! Wow!
Developers deployed more than 500 scam tokens such as Base PayPay and Baby Yoda. Whenever you see a scam token all of a sudden just come out of nowhere and just skyrocket, it's very likely that the developers and people like entities like Coinbase are pulling the strings themselves and eventually rugging their own community. So if you had any doubt whether the market is being manipulated, if there was any money laundering going on, if there was wash trading, if the prices were overinflated or suppressed, I hope a few snippets of information and article from official credible sources that I've read give you the foundation for you to do your own research. However, you have no idea how bad things really are. My common sense tells me from the news that I read on a daily basis that a Bitcoin ETF will not be approved anytime soon, not until all the bad actors and all these shady practices are completely annihilated. The SEC and other such agencies need to have a bird's eye crystal view of the market to see where the volume's coming from, where the money's coming from, if the money's clean, where it's going. So all the hoops that we have in the traditional market that one has to jump through to engage with the traditional market, say, I don't know, index funds, stocks, shares and so on, must apply in the crypto market. And with Coinbase engaging in such blatant fraudulent activities, Binance, and of course all the other exchanges as well, Qcoin and so on, crypto.com, they are not any better. So this is my view. We're gonna see a cleanup, which will probably completely annihilate half the market, but the good thing is that a few coins that are left will make it to the next round of a regulated clean crypto market, if you call it that. So that's my point of view. That's my analysis based on the information that I read. So to conclude things, the current prices that you see on CoinMarketCap are a complete illusion. A few gatekeepers, exchanges, and puppeteers behind those exchanges manipulate the price. There's a lot of fake volume, a lot of wash trading, a lot of setups, scam coins, pumps and dumps. But then that's from the industry side. Couple that with the retail side, and from the retail side we get an insane degree of speculative craziness, and those two things together actually birth this circus that we currently see on CoinMarketCap. None of these prices actually reflect the true real world value. Do you remember the quote from Jeff Bezos when he said,
because the stock is not the company and the company is not the stock. And
so by all means, people, play the game. Play the game, just be aware that we are in an insane bubble of speculative craziness and wash trading, price manipulation. So it's the wild west of the new financial era. So play the game, be aware of it, and just to finish off the video, I'll leave you with this quote. Markets can remain irrational a lot longer than you and I can remain solvent. John Maynard Keynes.